Okay, we're going to work the angle chase and the justification here. So let's start. The first thing we probably need to do is just identify our parallel lines and our transversals. So first we have one set of parallel lines that I will do in blue, and it's right along here, and it's identified by this arrow here. And the other line parallel to that is right here, again identified by that. So 1 and 1 make these two parallel. Okay, now we also have a transversal, and the transversal for these parallel lines we will do in green, and we will do it. This is the transversal for this set of parallel lines. It's this right here. Okay. Now our second set of parallel lines, we'll highlight in red, and because it has two, it's this and this. Okay, those are parallel lines, and the transversal that cuts them, let's see if a yellow will show up, and it's going to be this right here is our transversal here, transversal here, and all this is going to help us start doing our angle measures. Okay, so now let's work on angle measures and what we were given. All right, we are given that NO is a bisector. We'll come back to that in a second. So let's go to HRK is 114 degrees. Here's H to R to K, so that's 114 degrees. Then we're given that FNM is right here, is 68 degrees. So now look, we have two transversals, and we can only work the angles around the transversal. We cannot mix the transversals. We cannot work along the parallel lines here, and we cannot work along the parallel lines where we would be mixing these angles and these angles. We're just going to stay around the green. And let's see, earlier I said we need to, if you will, label 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, and this is going to be one entire angle, 2, 3, 4, we can do correspondings. So if we do that, corresponding to 1 up here is this one right here. So this one we know is 114. Okay, we also know that verticals are congruent, so this would be 114, and this would be 114 because we have vertical angles here. Right, now that we know that, if I went back and did the color dots like I did orange and blue in class, we would have one here and one there, and they're going to, so these two are linear pair right here. Let me see if I can draw something that shows linear pair with yet a different color. If we got something, we'll do this light blue color here. And so this becomes our linear pair here, and so this ends up being 66 right here, because 66 and 114 are 180. Well, if we have 66 here, straight across is going to be a vertical, 66. Now we can come down the transversal here, and we can do opposite or alternate interior over here is going to be 66 as well. Okay, but we know that if we come down here again and do our vertical, if we do our linear pair yet again, we're going to have a linear pair from there. Wrong color. Didn't take. So we're going to have a linear pair that goes from there. Wrong color again. What is wrong with this thing? So let me get this going right there, there. Now hopefully that'll do. So we have a linear pair here, and remember this other one over here was 114. This was 114 because it was vertical. Linear pair, this has got to be 66. Okay, so this is going to be its vertical angle right here, 66, but it's in two pieces, so we're going to go 33 and 33 for that angle. It said it was not drawn to scale, so this is not going to look like it's perfectly bisected angle. But this whole angle over here has to be 66, so we'll go 33 and 33. Okay, so that takes care of all 4 angles here, and it takes care of all 4 angles there, even though this was bisected into 2 parts. Now we can go and do the angles over here on this side. Well, we know this one's 66. We come straight across the intersection. We got 68. Sorry, that's 68, not 66. We come up the transversal here to the other side, and we're interior. We're interior here in the parallel lines, or excuse me, right here, we're interior of these parallel lines now. And so since we're in between them, we go alternate interior, that's 68. Well, then straight across from here has to be 68. Okay. Now, we have a linear pair down here again. And let's see, we'll maybe use a highlighter this time. Use a blue highlighter. Okay. And so our linear pair down here, and so this angle right here, because 68 plus this angle has to be 180, well then that becomes this is 112. Now straight across here we have verticals, but we have 112 here, so this entire angle here has to be 112. We're just going to split it into 56 and 56. All right, so now we know this is 56. All right, so we have the same situation up here with a linear pair. So let's go back and just notate that with our, right here with another linear pair right there. So we got 56, and so this here is going to be this angle, and then these two together will be 56 and 56, because we still have to have this part over here be 112 because that was 68. So we're going to have 56 there, and then right in here we're going to have 56. Okay, so now we can do verticals here, so straight across this is going to be 56, and that's going to be 56. Okay, we've got all of them labeled now. We have our entire section labeled up here. All these angles are labeled, and that's how we found them out, or discovered them all, figured them out. So we'll stop there on this video, and I'll bring up the sheet for the proofs on a different video, and we'll go through that on the or justification statements. We'll go through that one by one on another video.